So, what's up, everybody? Alright, there are some fights happening this week as well, people. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore this Jake Paul charade thing. Yeah, I'm not really interested in talking about that one. Well, what we have here is yeah, there's a fight super lightweight. So I believe one of the guys here is the guy who was the first to, was it? Oh no, sorry, that wasn't him. I just, sorry, I mixed him up with another guy with a similar name. The guy that first beat Lee Selby had a similar name but different. That's not the guy. Anyway, this guy Batyrzhan Jukembayev, you remember I recently mentioned him when talking about Subriel Matias and people who he beat. So this guy is one of them. So that's his only loss so far. He's a Kazakhstani fighter, 32 years of age, 5'7". And his opponent is a French guy called Mohamed Mimoune, who is 36 already. He's got 23 5-0 record, 5 losses. But he's 5'10", quite a lot taller, and got almost a 5-inch reach advantage also. Yeah. So this is kind of a dark horse fight, I guess. Even though this is actually, it seems, the main event in a planned city. I don't know where that is, but it's light welterweight division, of course. Yeah, just based strictly of their records and I mean, yeah, I would of course favor Jukembayev, and because he's just seems like he has faced a little better competition so far. Yeah, probably. Even though not all of his best names that he beat were in their prime, but still, Miguel Vasquez, for instance, was not definitely. This guy, I see he lost to Tyrone McKenna, Mimune, Mimone, and a guy called Caesar Francis. I never heard. And Victor Postol was already, kind of getting on in age by then. So he's got a split decision victory over Sam Eggington from 2017. All right. I think I remember that fight. And then you see Koivula, a decent Finnish fighter, yeah. But no, nothing really major. He's got quite a lot of fights, but he's also getting on in age, a little bit. Well, this will be an interesting fight, and let's see. Are both? Yeah, actually, both are southpaws. That's pretty rare. So, wow, it's a 10-round fight. Mr. Yukembayev has scored most of his wins are by knockout, of 21 wins, 16. Yeah, that's a pretty high, yeah, count. Yeah, but he still hasn't stopped anybody like that was really, really good. But yeah, while Mimuna he's 17, also a high knockout percentage as well. Or no, sorry, no, he's got a very low one, only 4 knockouts, right? So 17% knockout percentage, and you can buy 76. Wow, huge difference. Yeah, so you can buy, probably has a chance to stop him. A good, realistic chance, I would say, yeah. And it's a 10 round fight, so I don't know really. But even if he doesn't, I reckon he will win most likely on points. So let's put down, let's say, seventh round stoppage for you can buy, alright. Yeah, some guys I never heard of really. Alright. But there's also an interesting light heavyweight fight on this same card, actually, people. And a guy that comes from the same country as I do, originally Bosnia Herzegovina, Radivoje Kalajdzic. You may remember him. He's the guy who got stopped by Batyrzhan, but before that, he actually got robbed against Marcus Brown. He knocked him down, and yeah, but it was a split decision loss. But Batyrzhan fight was the only time that he was really like destroyed, but not like at once in 5 rounds. But anyway, he's a tall guy for light heavyweight. He's almost 6'3" actually, or he is actually. Well, I seem to read that he's 6'2.5". Yeah, anyway. But he's fighting Sullivan Barrera, another tall guy who is actually, however, 41 years of age already. So, he got knocked out also in his last fight pretty early, 4 rounds. So, yeah, I don't know. Really, this doesn't bode well for Barrera, who's already, yeah, one might say his luck has run out. Oh yeah, it was against Gilberto Ramirez, the Zurdo. He was knocked out, right? Yeah, he was also stopped in the last round by Dmitry Bivol quite a long time ago now. Alright, well, he hasn't had many fights for sure. Hasn't had a fight since that loss to Ramirez. And in 21, in July. And Radivoje Kalajdzic, he has had, I think, more fights. His problem is this: he is slightly too big for 175, and he has had fights at cruiserweight limit, but he seems to be really keen at staying at 175, so that can be a problem. Yeah, he had a fight this year in September. Alright. So he's scored a lot of knockouts, quite a lot, 20 knockouts, 28 victories. And see, this is what I don't get. For a long time, it said that he was born in Zenica in Boston, and now it suddenly says Belgrade, Serbia. That's weird. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, of course, I favor Kalajdzic to win, definitely, and probably even by a knockout. He has looked good lately after the Beterbiev debacle, which is. Let's be honest, there was hardly some other way it could have gone. That because that guy is a wrecking machine. Like, come on, like nothing you have seen before almost. Crazy, crazy. Bateria is just a monster. But still, Kalajic, he gave him some kind of fight. He wasn't just steamrolled at once. So that proved that he got talent, he got abilities, and he can punch pretty well, also pretty hard. He's a tall guy, also for that division. He could easily be a cruiserweight. I mean, like a rather big one, actually, also. So yeah, even at heavyweight, he wouldn't be really small either, but yeah, he would be among the smaller ones today anyway. So yeah, I think he will probably stop Barrera. Even though curiously, Boxrec doesn't have this. It's on Wednesday, both these fights. So yeah, maybe they will get updated. Maybe they haven't updated it yet. I don't know. So Kalajdzic to stop Sullivan Barrera. I don't know when. I mean, it's also, I believe, a ten round fight. Yeah. So Barrera is just finished, now, obviously. It would surprise me if he went the distance. So probably it will happen like in the first, I don't know, like six, seven, 8 rounds, something like that. Maybe even, probably even before, actually, 4 or 5, perhaps, yeah. Because he hasn't fought for a long time now, and 41 years of age, his last fight was a disaster also. So yeah, all right. And then let's see what else we have. Pulev, Kubrat Pulev is also returning actually. Wow, on Thursday. What the hell? All these fights are not on Saturday or Friday, but so against Polish and Andrzej Wawrzyk, yeah, Wawrzyk. So yeah, Pulev is already 42 now. I don't know really what he wants to achieve, what he hopes to achieve now, or maybe he's just fighting for the love of game, for the love of it. Dinner for schmucks. No, sorry, just couldn't resist that. Anyway, Lavarsik is 36. Yeah, he's still younger, not a very young guy for a prize fighter, but he's actually had more fights, 36, so and 34 of those he won, two losses. And Pulev has had 32, 29 wins, three losses. Pulev was never really a puncher, and Laversik, he's not a huge puncher, obviously, but yeah, probably a harder hitter than Pulev. Pulev is a rather dirty fighter, I must say, despite being also technically pretty good, but yeah. And Wawrzyk has a 1 inch height advantage over Pulev, but 1 inch reach disadvantage. Yeah, I'll just kind of let me be perfectly blunt and direct. I'm kind of sick of Kurat Pulev. I just wish he would retire. He annoys me, all right. So I didn't have to. He was always a kind of fighter who, you know, yeah, all right. He did give it like all, but in the ring, but he was, he's not a guy. He has nothing special, right? There's nothing special about it. That's the problem. He's not that entertaining. He just molds his way through a fight and usually wins that way. Sometimes he has even scored knockouts, but at the end of the fights, because his opponents were all kind of worn out by his dirty antics and all that. So and his rough housing. So, but yeah, he's got the skills, but he's not really an entertaining fighter. So I don't like such fighters, and they stick around. Guys that stick around when they no longer have a place there. I mean, like there is no reason for them to still be fighting. So yeah, he should retire, especially if he loses his fight, which he might well do actually. But let's see who Mr. Vavrzik has fought. Of course, I've come across his name. I know he actually he was really like destroyed by Povetkin not that long ago. I believe in 3 rounds. Or yeah. Or actually, what's even worse, he was knocked the fuck out in 2 rounds by some total bum called Michal Bolos in Poland. Oh man, but yeah, that stuff happens. So he's still got some decent wins, Marcin Rakovsky. He stopped that guy who I believe was the guy to retire Oliver McCall, wasn't? Yeah, and yeah, Francis Bota, Danny Williams, Dennis Bakhtov. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know really. This fight will probably be another typical fight, ugly fight, a typical Pulev fight. Who wins doesn't really matter. Nobody will. Whoever wins, they will not get far. They will not get a world title shot. I guarantee you that. So yeah, let me put it this way. I hope that Pulev doesn't win, but unfortunately, it is pretty likely that he may win. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, he lost to Derek Chisora, like in his last fight. How much lower can sink? And yeah, he's no longer what he used to be, obviously, especially after Joshua knocked him out. Yeah, so but he never really was a very good fighter. Like I mean, he for crying out loud, he almost got stopped by Huey Fury. I remember that fight. He was really hurt bad, but Fury, being the stiff guy that he is, he just couldn't. He didn't know how to finish him off. So yeah. Anyway, sadly, probably to be Pula winning this time, but maybe not. Alright, so that was it for this time. See you all soon. Alright, bye.